Okay, good morning all. Today I just want to talk about, we're going to move on to the stock valuation question from the Leaving Cert. But so I just want to talk generally about how we value stock in accounting. And in order to do this and in order to set up the premise for the question we're about to go on to, I want you to imagine that you are a shop or a business that sells one item, and I pick these spoons as the one item. So this is all you sell. You purchase these spoons from your supplier, you sell these spoons to your customers. They're all identical. You don't have a variety of different types of spoons. They're exactly the same, each of these spoons. Okay, so that's the first thing. The next thing I would say is that you purchase these spoons at one price and you sell them at a higher price in order to make a profit. Okay, so the selling price currently, we'll say for this company, is they sell the spoons for 20 cents each. Okay, at the start of the year in January, I'll just set it up here. In January, you had no stock, and then you went to your supplier and you bought 2 spoons. Okay, the 2 spoons, maybe if I spread them out here a little bit, they cost 10 cents each. Okay, 2 spoons, they cost 10 cents each. Okay, you didn't sell any spoons for the entire January, and then February came along and you decided, well, I'm expecting a big rush, so I'm going to buy another spoon in February. Now, when you went to your supplier in February, it turns out that the cost of the spoons had gone up. They'd gone up to 12 cents. Okay, so you bought 1 spoon in February for 12 cents, and you already had 2 spoons in January for 10 cents. Again, very poor sales. You didn't sell any spoons, so now you've got 3 spoons in your warehouse. And come March, you decide, well, maybe I'll just purchase 1 more because I am expecting to have a very busy summer period selling spoons. But when you go back to your supplier in March, because of inflation, the cost of spoons has gone up again, and now they're charging you 14 cents for your spoon. Okay, so here's the first thing about how we value your stock. This is your stock, these 4 spoons. How we value stock in accounting. Stock is valued at cost price, okay, for a start. There are several little ins and outs to go with that, but just as a general, it's valued at cost price. So the value of your stock here is, well, you paid 10 cents each for these 2, so that's 20 cents. You paid 12 cents for this, so 20 and 12 is 32, and you paid 14 cents for this, so 32 and 14 is 46 cents. So 46 cents is the value of your stock. Okay, now the fact that you can sell them, your selling price is 20 cents per spoon, is irrelevant when it comes to your valuation. You value at cost price. So you don't say, well, I can sell each of these for 20 cents. That's how much I sell them for. You do not say 20, 40, 60, 80. The value of my stock is 80 cents. It is not. It's valued at cost price. So that's the first thing. The second thing we want to talk about is this idea of first in, first out. So let me just write it here. First in, first out. Okay, this is another something we need to learn, a rule when it comes to valuing stock in accounting. And what it basically means is that the first items that you buy in, so we purchased these spoons in January, are the first items that we're going to sell. The first ones that we got in are the first ones that we're going to sell. So if somebody came into our shop and they asked for a spoon, this is the spoon we'll sell them. They're all identical, so they won't matter or won't mind which one they get. This is the one we're going to sell them. Now, in reality, I suppose because they're identical, it doesn't matter which one of those you gave to the customer when they came in. But for accounting, in accounting terms, we must believe that these are the ones that we sold. And because it makes a difference to our to how we value our stock. So here's why it makes a difference. If somebody came in and they paid 20 cents in January, February, March, April, we'll say, and they asked for a spoon and you gave them a spoon and you sold it. Okay, so we'll say gave them this spoon. Okay, so 1 spoon is gone. And then you did a stock take at the end of April to see how much the value of your stock was. Well, you value it at cost price. So we've 1 of these for 10 cents, 10, and 12 is 22, and 14 is 36. Now your stock is worth 36. Now the thing is, if you had decided that, well, I'm going to give them this spoon instead, and you tried to value your stock in this way, your value of your stock would come out to be 10, 20, 32, which is different to if you decided to sell them this spoon. So the rule is there for a reason. It's to ensure consistency in how we value stock, I suppose, from business to business. And it does make a difference which one of these you decide to sell first. And the rule is you must sell the one that you've bought in first, must be sold first. So we say first in, first out, or if you like, last in, last out. The last one that you bought in is the last one you sell. It will work out the same way, but it's known most officially as first in, first out. Okay,